It's July 1984. A Soviet cosmonaut becomes the first woman to do a spacewalk. Liechtenstein is the last European country to grant women the right to vote, and the USA introduces the PG-13 rating. Frankie Goes to Hollywood has Two Tribes at number 1 and Relax at number 2, while Metallica release Ride the Lightning. But the cinema indie is top of the box office as he escapes the Temple of Doom in the best movie of the franchise. Theatres get The Last Starfighter, Never-Ending Story and Purple Rain. But it's this week's movie that takes second spot in the movie charts. It's the careless cousin of Kal-El. It's...
Superwoman.
Close enough. Welcome back to the Rewind Classic Movies podcast about movies we probably saw as kids, even if we didn't understand the adult themes. I'm GB, and with me is my co-host, Oja.
Hello, it's me, and I'm very happy to be back to be talking all about Supergirl, which is a super smashing, wonderful film from 1984. No, sorry, that's a lie. But we'll get to that. What have you been up to?
Do you know what? I can't remember. I've been doing a lot of wedding planning. We've been to the cinema to see Mandalorian. Very much looking forward to see Masters of the Universe. I could go to the cinema every day this month because there's a lot of things on. How about you?
I went to see The Backrooms, which I absolutely love. I love the history of The Backrooms anyway. I've been a big fan of Kane Parsons, or Kane Pixels as he's known on YouTube, from ages ago anyway. So love his stuff. Went to see The Backrooms. Was not disappointed. If you're listening to this and you haven't seen it, go and see it immediately. You'll love it. Even if you don't know anything about it, just go and see it. It's brilliant horror.
I might go and see it. I shall see. Right, before we get into it, remember you can join us over on Patreon for behind-the-scenes updates, early episodes, monthly live hangouts, and more. It's patreon.com/Rewind Classic Movies.
But you can also support the show for free by leaving a review wherever you listen or by telling someone else about it. If you know someone that likes Supergirl/Superwoman, super whatever, then send them a link or tell them to search for us.
Directed by...
Go on. I've been waiting for this all day.
Directed by Jeannot Schwartz.
Is it?
A sphincter says what?
A sphincter says what?
How would you do it?
Well, I'm going to go...
Do you know?
Do you know what?
I don't.
Jeannot Schwartz. I don't.
Schwartz.
It's awful. I don't know. Yeah,
we'll go with that.
Leave a comment in the section below and tell us off.
Yeah. Directed by Jeannot Schwartz, who had directed Jaws 2 and would later direct Santa Claus the Movie, a movie I love. Supergirl was released in 1984 and cost $35 million. That's $4 million less than Superman 3 and $20 million less than each Superman 1 and Superman 2. But it didn't even make half its money back. Just $14 million at the box office.
That doesn't surprise me.
I wonder why. The film was nominated for 2 Razzie Awards, including Worst Actor for Peter O'Toole and Worst Actress for Faye Dunaway.
That doesn't surprise me.
That's unfair.
Is it though?
I think that's unfair.
I don't think
we'll
it
get into it. Helen Slater, though, was nominated for a Saturn Award for Best Actress.
Okay.
It currently has a rating of just 19% on Rotten Tomatoes, but... on Amazon, if you want to buy it and you look at the reviews, there's over 1,000 reviews on there, and it has a rating of 4.5 out of 5. So, two ends of the spectrum.
Whoa. Genuinely? Yeah. That's nuts.
Genuinely, yeah.
Okay.
Its failure at the box office would strongly contribute to the Salkinds, who are producing the movie, selling the rights to Superman, which saw Superman 4 end up in the hands of the Cannon Group, which would destroy it with budget cuts. AJ, tell me about your history with this movie.
I have zero history with this movie, and until you suggested that we watch it, we're going to do this a couple of weeks ago on our podcast, I didn't even know it existed.
You've never seen Supergirl?
I'd never seen it. I didn't know there was a new film coming out. I never knew there was a Supergirl. I didn't know there was a new film, and I didn't know there was a TV series either, of which there are all these things. So I'm fresh as a daisy to this. And it was a bit of an strange experience watching it, because it makes you think you're in safe Superman territory, and then about 14 minutes in, I'm already thinking, I don't really want to watch this, and why is she in a lake and in different clothes? But there you go.
Yeah.
What about you? You seen it before?
Well, this was basically, she was my first crush. She was how I defined what I found attractive.
Is that Supergirl attractive, or is that her?
Supergirl. Look, all my previous love interests have been blonde. about the same height as her.
Fair enough.
And wearing blue spandex. I've had this around since I was a kid, grew up with it. I grew up with having no clue that people thought this was bad. I didn't know if it was bad or not. As a kid, I didn't know what good and bad movies were. Mm-hmm. I just knew what movies we had on VHS tapes recorded off the TV.
Yeah, absolutely, because we were so like that when we were kids. We didn't know what was good and what was bad. If we liked it, we liked it. It was cool. Yeah.
Here's your selection of 30 movies that your family owns, and you're going to watch them on rotation.
Absolutely, and that was the thing. And I think sometimes it's a little bit unfair, and I have wondered if because straight at the bat, we do know that I'm not going to be painting this with a good light, and I do sometimes worry that if I'd seen this as a kid, like Karate Kid and things like that, which I've tarnished in the past, actually, I probably would have loved them if I'd seen them as a kid, you know?
So yeah, I always watched it, always was very fond of it, and so I lost my objectiveness for it a long time ago. Mm-hmm. Until now. Right, let's talk about the start of the movie.
Man, I mean, it opens well. It opens like a Superman film should. You know, trumpets, big, spacey, kind of like promise that it's going to go somewhere. It looks like it's going to kick off in a great way. And then we're suddenly sort of like in Krypton, but...
I'm going to stop you there. What do you think of the titles? You like the titles? They look good, right?
I kind of like the titles.
$1 million. That's what they spent on the titles.
Excuse me? A baking powder? Are you serious?
Yeah, apparently so. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, I've also got a note to talk about the credits because I really like those. That was really unusual.
I didn't like them as much, but that's a whole different story. Anyway. These are way better quality credits than Masters of the Universe that comes 3 years later than this. It's because it's before Canon got involved.
I mean, it dragged on. It dragged on. It's just like, here's everyone involved in the you know, we're going to get our $1 million worth, evidently, because it's literally
beautiful titles.
I mean, full on.
Best bit of the movie.
Yeah. So anyway, so we're in this kind of like weird space village, which is apparently called Argo.
Argo City.
It's all like apparently made of polythene. And if you're going to have a place in space, why is it going to be made of polythene?
I thought it looked like it's the exterior is made of the same metal frame as the Twin Towers, and then cling film.
Right. Yeah. It's like, oh shit. I mean, if any, it just. Oh, I know she lost the ball at the window, but like any kids playing in there could easily just slip and get sucked off into space. You know. And Peter O'Toole, like, oh, this is cool. He looks a bit like, I don't know, Wurzel Gummidge.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's Peter O'Toole, but it's like, Christ, will you act? And he kind of looks like Mick Dundee has found a magic wand and wandered into Krypton.
Yeah, we'll talk about him maybe more in a minute.
Yeah, and then she loses the fucking ball out the window, and he's like, oh shit, well that powers the entire fucking city. What the fuck are you doing? Giving it to what? That's the power source for these. Oh, I just borrowed it. What do you mean he borrowed it? You just you play with it, and then
I mean she's a twat for the way she lost it, but he backheels it too.
What is going on here? And then she's like, oh, go and get it, mate. It's all right. And gets into this flower spacecraft thing, and everyone's just calm. And she fucks off, and her parents are like, well, you fucked it now, Peter O'Toole. Yeah. You fucked it now. Oh, well, she's got... And they're hugging each other, but not distraught that she's gone. They're like, well, that's it. She's gone. It's like...
Yeah. She'll never be the same.
Man. Like... And then she lands, like... She lands on like the most evil person in the world, just so happens to land right where the fucking evil witch person is, in the lake, and straight onto like a furry rug and some soup.
That's the thing, is like, could it get any weirder than it starts? Cutting to earth with fucking Peter Cook as a bloke called Nigel on a tiger rug calling Faye Dunaway pumpkin.
Right.
Jesus.
Like,
we're off.
It's just... Oh...
It's strange, isn't it? I mean, what is this world they're living on? It's so different to Krypton that we saw in the other movies. And I'm pretty sure it's not explained how Argo City exists in the movie, given Krypton was blown
evaporated,
up.
Yeah.
But Wikipedia says it's an isolated community that survived the planet Krypton's destruction by being transported into a pocket of trans-dimensional space called the inner space. I don't know if that helps me understand it, because as we see later, there's space... There's under the ocean, and help me.
It's nuts. I quite like the space effects though. When she's going through space, I thought that was quite cool.
Yeah,
in a budget sort of way. But I kind of liked it. I've tried to find things I like about this film.
Short podcast.
So I'll sprinkle them in from time to time, basically.
From the off, it just feels like such a different movie to the Superman movies. You've got this strange voodoo science, you've got the weird setting of Argo City, and then this strangeness of Faye Dunaway.
It felt more like a kid's film than Superman did. Superman felt like it, it was suitable for kids, but it also felt a bit adulty. This does feel like a kid's film. See,
this to me feels very adulty in many wrong ways.
Oh, okay.
But we'll talk about it.
All right.
Let's talk about how this movie came to be. Supergirl was originally going to be in Superman 3 as a guest character when the original script still had Superman fighting classic comic villain Brainiac, who is going to be appearing in the next Superman movie in 2027. But that was scrapped and Supergirl was taken out, but her movie was announced before production started on Superman 3. It was originally going to have Christopher Reeve play a cousin and mentor, but that was entirely changed when he chose not to be involved. And then they write him out by saying, as we hear on the radio from Nigel, he's on a peace mission in some other galaxy.
That's right, when they're just driving away in the car, which is very convenient.
Convenient, yeah.
Yeah, because if he was 10 minutes down the road, he'd probably sort this out before Nigel had finished stroking his tiger rug.
Exactly. Though Christopher Reeve did recommend sort of director Jeannot after the producers desperately tried and failed to get Richard Lester back, who had finished off Richard Donner's Superman 2. Just what a fucking mess. Donner was, though, kind enough to help Jeannot with questions about technical aspects of filming a super movie. So I thought that was generous. But it gets worse. Warner Brothers had overseen production since they owned the distribution rights, but even they saw how it was turning out and said, fuck this, and gave it away. So TriStar picked it up after Warner Brothers relinquished their rights to the movie. And then Lynn Stallmaster, who had originally cast Christopher Reeve as Superman, was back again casting, and she cast the first person they saw, an 18-year-old called
Helen Slater.
So let's talk about the casting.
Let's.
Helen was not the first choice. The first choice was Brooke Shields.
Oh, is it Brooke Shields? I thought Demi Moore was the first choice. I read.
Demi Moore and Deborah Winger were in the running.
Deborah Winger.
Easy for you to say. But they said Brooke Shields was too tall and they wanted to go with an unknown.
Okay, cool.
So they cast the beautiful Helen Slater. She trained for 4 months to get in shape, trained by the same guy who trained Christopher Reeve. And when they offered her the part,
to get in shape?
She looks good.
I mean, she does. But
she looks in great shape.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right.
But she's 18 when they cast her in this. Mm-hmm. And she cried when she got the part because they were filming it for the making of the movie documentary. So the moment they tell her that she's got the role was captured on camera.
Wow.
Yeah. And when she first went to the audition, before they started filming for the documentary, she went as Linda and she had glasses on and she had her hair up. And then when they asked her to do a Supergirl line, and she went out the room and came back in with the glasses off, her hair down, wearing a leotard and a cape.
Oh, that's
which I
quite
think
cool.
is great dedication.
I mean, absolute dedication.
Yeah. But she also thought she looked like an idiot and she almost didn't go back in the room. But she didn't know that Linda Lee was Supergirl at the time. She thought that Linda wanted to be Supergirl, and she didn't find out until the final round of auditions when it made sense. And also at that time, this is when they are filming for the documentary, Supergirl had a red headband like fucking Rambo.
What?
And she's wearing it in the screen test, and the S logo that is ultimately on the blue part of her chest looked like it was connected to the top of the red cape.
No,
which was interesting.
Were they trying? I suppose maybe they did that to try and separate Superman from Supergirl a bit.
Maybe.
Because obviously she looks like she's just wearing the same stuff as Superman. Really. Actually, I quite like the idea of that headband. I'd be into that.
It immediately goes, well, this looks very 70s for me. Guess how much they paid her?
I've no idea.
Well, put it this way, Christopher Reeve was paid for Superman 1 apparently $250,000.
Was that all?
Which by the time we get to 1985 from 1978, it would have been worth a lot more.
I was going to say $1.5 million. I was going to vaguely pitch, but it's probably going to be less.
Well, he was an
than
unknown.
that.
Remember, they're both unknowns.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they're both got similarities. They're both unknowns being cast in the.
He got how much? 750,000.
$250,000, 250 grand.
Okay. Oh, well, she got 100 then.
Oh, 75.
Okay.
No, woman. You'll do this for less. And that was a 3-picture deal.
Whoa. 3-picture deal.
No go. But she brings a great innocence to this. I think when we start and she arrives on Earth and stuff, she's innocent in Argo City. By the time she arrives in Earth and she's got her red lipstick on, suddenly she's a woman. I don't know where she got that lipstick, and I don't know if Zoltar was planning on wearing the skirt, but that's what was in the spaceship.
She's suddenly got all these threads. Like, okay, cool, that's fine then. Where'd you get all them from? But never mind. Yeah.
The outfit is incredible.
Yes. I mean, it's Superman outfit. Yeah.
It's the most perfect thing on a lady. Can I say that?
I don't know. I'm not going anywhere near that.
One choice.
Yeah.
And I think her Linda Lee look is a better disguise than Superman's Clark Kent. And she doesn't even need glasses.
Oh.
Because she changes hair colour.
That's the thing, it's the hair colour, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure why she needs a disguise if she's not planning on being a superhero.
Do you know if that was a wig?
Yeah.
Or was that...
It was apparently a wig.
Okay.
So her hair is slightly more brown than blonde, I would say. And they sort of bleached her hair for the movie, and then she had the brunette wig. Which is very good, I think.
Yeah, no, it works brilliantly. I like the disguise. I like it.
As someone who's never seen it before, what did you think of her?
As an actor, well, as an actress,
as Supergirl and Linda Lee,
I think it was fine. I think she was handed a bit of a bum role or a bum director or a bum script. I think she did what she could do with the role. I think she plays an innocence really well. Like you've mentioned, I think she plays a really innocent girl that's just arrived on Earth like, oh, look, things, and oh, look, boys.
Wonder.
I like possibly kissing them. Oh, it's
Let
cute.
me put my fingers in his mouth.
Yes, right. I've got a note of that. Like, oh, have some coconut water.
This is how we do it.
Yes.
Could have put the coconut to his lips. No.
No. I'm just going to put my fingers in it and then just.
God, I'd love her to do that to me. Let's quickly mention Maureen Teefy as Lois Lane. Not Lois Lane, Lucy Lane.
Lucy Lane.
It's a ridiculous coincidence that Lois Lane's sister Lucy is the roommate of Clark Kent's cousin.
It's insane, of which I've also got this note, like, oh, it just so happens, like, what, no, okay.
And if she's been stuck in Argo City, how does she know that Kal-El is called Clark Kent on Earth?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of liked her though as a character. I think she was very sort of strong, very punk rock in a kind of way. I love the fact that she falls for the geeky guy with the camera. I thought that was actually kind of lovely.
The guy that's twice her age, slightly problematic as well,
isn't it?
Jimmy Olsen.
I know. I thought she was really good. It was a bit weird, the dynamic. It seemed like when she first got into the room, she's like, oh, I'm not going to get on with you at all. And then within seconds, it's like, oh, we're best friends. Take any of my clothes you want, darling. Help yourself. It's like, but it's fine. Whatever.
I think she's good. I think she's really down to earth, relatable. And she's kind of fun. She's fun without being wacky stupid. And she's down to earth without being really boring. So.
I mean, it's just, at that point, it was getting a bit like, is this Supergirl or Centurions?
Yes.
But there you go.
I would definitely talk more about who they're targeting later.
Okay, fine.
I think it needs her to be that kind of normal character, because then we have people like Faye Dunaway as Selena the Witch. Mm-hmm. Go on, tell me what you thought of her.
Man, I mean, Faye Dunaway is a great actress, and in this, she is not. Now,
do you not think? I think she is.
It's too camp. And the thing is, I've got no issue with the acting in this, but it's the wrong film to be doing that acting in. And her sort of witch partner as well was just God, it's just awful.
Oh, I like both of them.
And it reminded me of Bette Midler in Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
Which is a great film. And it's great fun because it's all comedy. And this was kind of comedy and it just didn't work in this particular thing. So it didn't work for this film. I've got no issue with her being in this role. If I'd seen a comedy version of it, maybe it would have worked. But it just didn't do it for me at all.
For me, I think she straddles the line perfectly because I think she is both terrifying and unhinged, but also there are really fun moments where she's like, I don't know what I'm fucking doing. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah. And I really like that as a character. I like the idea that she's not... She's got the slight comedic angle to both the witchy women and the incompetence. I like that she's not a complete badass. She's not a fully trained witch. They fuck up. And it adds this real different element to it. I don't know why she's living in a theme park ride.
Mate, I love the idea of having your evil Leia in a haunted house ride. It's ridiculous. Yeah. It's got like this kind of like Hammer horror meets a seaside pier.
Yeah. It's a great look. Did you notice that almost every time she's on screen, Faye Dunaway, she's quite bloomy to look at in terms of the camera lens is blooming, like the highlights are blooming.
Yeah.
And also, it's like they point a spotlight at her face.
They've almost got like barn doors really, really close up. And just above her eye line and her forehead is in shadow. And they've got this sort of letterbox across her eyes, almost on every shot.
It's definitely a look. But she was not the first person to be offered the role.
Really?
Can you imagine, in this role, Dolly Parton?
Oh, do you know what? I can.
Yeah, right.
I totally can. That would be hilarious. I can't see her playing a witch, though, bizarrely. Like, I could only imagine her being lovely.
Yeah, she turned it down because she said, I cannot play a witch.
Oh, dude. Well, there you go. I can't. Yeah, that's the thing. I can see her face doing it, but I can't imagine her playing this witch person.
Do you want to have a punt at how much she turned down to not play a witch? 75 grand they offered Helen Slater, just for context.
Okay, well, Dolly Parton's obviously an established star. 500 grand.
No, up a bit more.
$1 million.
Keep going.
Jesus. 2.
Keep going.
But mate, what? 5.
Keep going.
No.
$7 million.
7, and they've offered her a 3-film deal for 75 grand, and you're giving Dolly Parton 7 million.
Yeah,
mate.
Also turning it down were Jane Fonda and Goldie Hawn.
Oh, Goldie Hawn. Oh, yeah.
Another witch, right? She was also in What Becomes Her. Was that a witch movie? Guess it was.
I think so.
But yeah, I like Brenda. I like Brenda Vacker as Brenda. I always thought she was a stupid character that didn't belong in it. But this time watching it, I think she's one of my favourite parts as an adult. She brings an important lightness to the dark.
I think she is probably some very nice comedy that needed to happen. I think without her, it would have just been like, what the fuck is this with the witch angle? It's just a bit bizarre. But it was the Superman. It was the classic Lex Luthor and his bumbling sidekick. Same sort of thing going on. You know, it's that's the thing that works. So we'll keep it going.
Where do you stand on Peter Cook as Nigel?
Well, I mean, he just randomly works at this boarding school as well, and is a warlock, and is also like Peter Cook. Like, okay, called Nigel. I mean, Nigel? Making plans for Nigel.
As a kid, I didn't like him. I found him too weird and creepy. Especially when she ages him up with that spell thing.
At the end. Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Just a bit bizarre, the whole warlock thing and that wand of pure evil from Eritrea or some Burundi or the Burundi wand or whatever.
The Burundi wand.
That one. That, you know.
Yeah. Give me my Burundi wand.
It's just, I don't know, just didn't really, I just don't know what this witch angle was all about. This is the one thing I don't quite understand, and I want to talk about it later. Is like, what the fuck were you trying to do with this witch? I know it's all make-believe and it's all sci-fi and what have you, but like, okay, you've got a Supergirl and Superman or that whole superhero element, but you've got witches, and like, what?
Yeah. I'm all right with the people flying through space, but witches.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
This is insane.
I know.
I I quite like him now, but it's hard to now go as an adult. Is it just because it's Peter Cook? I would have liked to have had more humour from him, especially as
that's what he does.
Well, yeah, right. So in the behind the scenes, he's sat in a chair smoking a cigarette with a massive bit of ash on the end. And in fact, he's smoking in every BTS clip that I saw. He's walking around or talking or whatever. Anyway, he says in what I assume is his natural voice, much more normal geezer than his character, he says, I play a maths teacher who's also a warlock. He's a male witch. That's his real goal in life. And he says, it's not stretching me enormously. I have to stand upright, walk around and say some lines and be sarcastic and vaguely unpleasant. So I don't have to act. I just be myself. I've gone a bit Boise from Only Fools and Horses.
I was just going to say, we've got these got up to 11.
Yeah, it was a bit Spinal Tap. That was my first thought. I don't know if I know Peter Cook's actual voice or when he's putting it on or not. But
that is quite funny. Yeah. I'd like to have seen some more of that.
Yeah, we should talk about Peter O'Toole.
Well, I mean, we could. He's an actor of note, of great note. Lawrence of Arabia. Anyone? Yeah. We know the boy can act. He acted, very Shakespearean. He acted exactly as you would expect him to act in this. And I think that he just wasn't directed particularly well or given a script that could work.
See, I think he was brilliant. And I think he always seems genuine and he takes the material seriously and as if it is believable.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
What do you not like about him? Because I've always thought he's brilliant. And even as a kid, he was almost my favourite piece because to me, he had that sort of Star Wars thing of like, you believe the world you're in. And I'll come on to it later, but like his death and stuff always really hit me as a kid. So what do you not like about him as an actor now?
I think maybe it's a bit like Alec Guinness as well, who wasn't taking it seriously. I don't know if he took it seriously. Do you like what I did there?
Oh, I think Guinness did.
Did he take it seriously? I thought he
thought it was claptrap, but I think he's an actor, he's a professional.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, he wrote letters to people saying how shit it was.
Exactly. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if Peter O'Toole was like, I need the cash because my Richard Burton, I need to go drinking with him and I've run out of money. The thing is, I feel a little bit sorry seeing such a good actor in such a shit role. I guess that's what makes me sad is you see Lawrence of Arabia and then you go, oh mate, I'm so sorry you're in this. I'm so sorry they put you up to this. It just doesn't, it just doesn't fit. And I think he tried to make it good. I just don't think I've got no issue with his acting. I just don't think the script is particularly good. Or
some of the dialogue's dreadful.
Although I must admit, when he's in the Phantom Zone, I do like his pullover, the cardigan thing that's going on. It's very, it's like I say, it's very Wurzel Gummidge kind of
S tier for the pullover.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'd like that pullover to be honest. Yeah,
Hart Bochner is hunky man.
I know
on my list. Ethan.
Only because.
Should we say it together?
Hans, Bobby. Yes. I wasn't sure if you're going to do it or not, or if you're going to go for the get me a Coke or something like that. But man, as soon as I saw him, I was like, "That's Hans."
It's Ellis from Die Hard.
Excellent.
Very handsome Ellis from Die Hard. I mean, I can see why he would have been shagging John McClane's wife.
Totally.
If he looked like that.
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, he's okay, but unfortunately, he has to do some very stupid things, such as act like he can't outrun a tractor and has to keep falling over, and then later again with the fucking dodgems.
Rolling out
I
the
think
way
it's more so than like Peter O'Toole or Faye Dunaway. I think he comes off the worst here. Like, at least Faye Dunaway and Peter Cook are quite straight in their role. They're playing it with a bit of campness, but poor Hart Bochner has to just play a complete fool all the way through.
One person I do want to note, and this is something I want to do moving forward with these podcasts, is always mention some random person in the cast or crew. And today it's going to be Andrew Jeffrey, the optical assembler.
Oh, assemble those opticals like a pro.
Mate, I bet he was all over it, our Andrew. So thank you very much.
Well done, Andrew. Don't know what we'd have done without him. probably not had to sit through this movie.
No, I know, right? If only you dropped those fucking optics, you twat.
The cinematographer on this was Alan Hume, a real great of the industry who started making films in the Second World War. He did the Carry On films in the 60s.
Wow.
And before Supergirl, he'd shot For Your Eyes Only,
Whoa.
Return of the Jedi, Octopussy, and then after this did A View to a Kill, A Fish Called Wanda, and Shirley Valentine.
Dude, those are some serious films. Was he the main cinematographer on Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
Wow.
Optically, his job looks great.
Yes.
Everything he's in charge of is great.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I'm not overly sure on how some of the 80s visual effects were done in terms of what Alan Hume's job on that was, and we'll come on to that later.
Some were good and fine, and some were like, oh my God.
So let's talk about some of the wire work. Like the first time we Supergirl fly up from under the water, right? She lands on Earth. Mm-hmm. She comes straight up in front of the camera. Mm-hmm. There are some of the biggest wires I've ever seen in movies pulling her up.
Yes.
How did they not take that out?
I'm glad you clocked that, because it's like, well, they're right there, guys. Literally right there. Right there.
Yeah. That surely would have been easy
Is
removal.
it because we're watching this in HD or on a big screen?
It's a big cable. It's not
a
small thing.
I know.
And I don't know if you notice this or have thoughts on it, but apparently that's not a real-life Helen Slater on that shot either, but like a cardboard cutout.
No. Seriously?
I don't know if it's true, but she is very still. Like, I have a feeling they just pulled some cardboard out of the water.
I'm going to need to rewatch that bit now.
Yeah.
Wow.
There are a few occasions where you can see wires, but also sometimes the wire work is excellent. And she looks really free and floating in a way that Chris Reeve never quite did when she first lands on Earth.
I've got doing all that same note. There's a bit where she does like a full somersault, or I think she's figuring out how to fly, and she does this, and it actually is really seamless. I totally dig that. Yeah, I think there was some really,
I was looking
really
for
good
wires on some of those bits.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see him. And they did it very cleverly. Like they're shooting through trees and branches. Like, if you're going to see lines, the tree lines are going to make it harder to see them. So it's very clever.
Yeah.
The flying blue screen composites and stuff are mostly okay. Like they're not amazing, but they're not awful.
They're absolutely fine. I mean, when she's up with the, holding the dodgem and all that sort of stuff. I mean, it's, yes, it's quite obvious, but it's fine. What you're going to expect for a film from the 80s. I mean, I've got no issue with it.
And I always liked the Phantom Zone and the Maelstrom effect in there when we get there. And I think that still holds up. I think they seem to know their limits on what they can achieve in that bit, and the way they frame the actors to keep them out of the effect, the Maelstrom effect, that mostly works. But I always found that red and purple colour scheme quite scary.
Yes.
And for me, it's a real standout visual moment in the movie.
I've said I really like, quote unquote, the tornado effects. I like it a lot. I like the colour scheme, and when he gets, I'm always with you, or I'll always be with you, or something like that, and then gets, I was going to say tossed off. Don't want to say that. Gets thrown off, gets sucked off by the big tornado. I did like that, and it didn't feel out of place or like this is special effects and stuff like that. I did feel it. It was one of the things I did like that I'm sprinkling in there. Yeah. And
then we get to the power of shadow. I'm going from best to worst here. Oh dear. The final battle boss shadow monster is what's the best way to say it? Dog shit?
Yes. Like, what the hell is? I mean, God. Not only is he awful, but like also her squeeze, like. And she's no.
It's like a bad hologram. It's like when they did Ghostbusters 2, they released some adverts about how you had a ghost in a can and all this sort of stuff. It looks like that. It looks like a really shit hologram. It's not there, and it's not there.
I was already upset by the dodgems and the coconuts, but that thing really was just like, no. I've had better Halloween projections, to be honest.
Yeah, when he picks her up, it's one of the worst composites you've ever seen.
It's horrific. Absolutely.
And the whole scene's
horrific.
Terrible.
And it's such a shame because they've done a good job of the composites up until that point. And it's just like, well, who's doing this now?
And then she hears from Ben Kenobi through the Force. Hang on, Zoltar. Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, but there are nice things like the omegahedron spinning effect. When people have that in their hand and it's spinning and lit up, I think that looks really cool. And I don't know how they did it other than having maybe an actual practical. What is it when you have a ball that's spinning within a thing, like a You're more scientist than me.
I don't know. What? A spinning ball?
When you can have something and like you spin it around and it maintains its rotation within the ball. I can't think what it's called, but yes,
like
that's the only way I can. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how they did it, but that looked awesome, didn't it?
It did. No, I like that. I also liked when the floor was breaking up after the cages have dropped down and the floor was breaking up and there's like kind of lava underneath it.
Yeah.
I thought that looked kind of cool. I could buy that she's trying to not fall down there and stuff. I thought that was kind of cool.
At that point, she's forgotten she can fucking fly.
Which is ridiculous, I know, but I thought it was kind of cool. That looked good. They did a good job of building that, because I think actually that is a set rather than a visual effect. I thought that was quite good. So props to the set builders.
Yeah. I mean, it's good for them to have the props on the set, but if the set builders have got them, that's fine. When Kara first gets in the little spaceship thing, the ball in Argo City, and flies off.
Oh, the flower.
I think it's done in a wanna, right? She sits in it, it closes, and it moves off.
Okay.
Am I right? I can't remember it. But I felt, when I watched it, I thought, oh, crikey, that was quite well done.
Okay.
Then let's talk about the music.
The
main theme and score. Right, I really like Jerry Goldsmith. He did one of my favourite scores, Rent-A-Cop, with Burt Reynolds.
Oh, okay.
And he was sort of Richard Donner's original consideration for Superman 1, before John Williams came in. The main theme, I think, is excellent. I love it. Really, it's got a great melody, very strong, very suitable Supes theme. Mm-hmm. Would you agree?
It screams Superman, certainly from the get-go. At the beginning, you feel Superman. Bizarrely, and here's the weird thing, is it had got me whistling the Hook theme tune.
Oh,
there are elements of it that made me think of Hook, and I was whistling that theme tune because I don't know, I listened, watched the film. I had to watch the film in stages. I couldn't actually watch it all the way through in a wanna, so I kept coming back to it every now and again, and it just got me
Hook,
whistling.
Of course,
yeah, got me whistling Hook. But yeah, it
also John Williams.
Yes, John Williams. It does feel like it does sound like a Superman film. That's all I've got, really.
My problem with it is the main theme I think is great, but there's some really odd score moments, like when Ethan's under the spell and it's all quite uncomfortable. It's almost like maybe he's ahead of his time. Maybe like Hans Zimmer did some similar things in like Batman and stuff, but I don't know. It makes the movie hard for me to enjoy sometimes, the music.
It's a bit creepy.
Helen Slater, one last bit on music. Helen Slater has put out several albums, I think 5 or 6, where she sings, she plays piano, she's got a lovely voice, she's very musically talented. Her first album in 2003 was recorded all live with musicians, has no overdubbing, which is quite a thing. And then 2 of her more recent albums from 2013 and 2015 are made for children, with one entirely about the myths of ancient Greece.
No way.
Yeah.
Cool.
But they're very child friendly and aimed at kids and explaining history.
Wow.
They're brilliant. Multi-talented, as well as being very beautiful.
Oh.
Let's talk about things we want to talk about.
Let's.
My first thing I just want to talk about is why go this way? Why have we suddenly gone in this supernatural direction?
Yes, I can't get my head around what it's trying to be or who it's aimed at. That's what I'm trying to...
Well, who it's aimed at is my next segment.
Oh, right. Well, that's my main thing I want to talk about. Is just like, kind of like, where are we at? What is this clusterfuck of cashing in on Superman? What are you trying to be here, and who the fuck are you aiming at? Who's the demographic? Like,
well, let's talk about who it's aimed at.
Go on.
Like,
okay,
is it meant to be targeted to girls? Like, you've got girl hero, girl villain, girl with best friend, hot guy, scenes of girls at college trying on bras, playing hockey, kissing herself in the mirror, a lot of man hating, sometimes justified, and sometimes it's just a bit.
Dude,
send a man to do a woman's job.
Exactly. Yeah, send a man to do a woman's job, and this is what you get. It's very on the nose, isn't it? And it's you can understand for that year, that time of year, and people are getting, feminism is becoming quite a thing. And it's like, so it's surely for girls and women.
Yeah, like it's got the ingredients are so obvious, but it's executed in such a weird way, and
it was executed by men.
Well, maybe that's the problem.
That's obviously the problem, I think.
Yeah, as a kid, I had no idea that this might be something targeted at girls, and I'm still not sure it is. Like, I feel like maybe some execs or someone went, we'll do a Superman movie for girls. But then you have, I think one of the Sorkinds was like, we're putting out this movie that's going to be even bigger. What? Because maybe it includes girls in the audience? I don't know. I'm saying it feels like maybe they were trying. I just got it horrifically wrong.
And as I said earlier, it felt like a kids' film. Was it aimed more at kids rather than adults?
But this is the thing, and I'll mention this scene later. If you're targeting this movie at kids, why are you kicking off with a movie about a woman who's about to get sexually assaulted? And then you've got quite scary monsters and
the
creepy
shadow
people. Like
monster, like the first time when it rocks up to the school and she stops it. That is, I mean, it's quite. That's quite
scary.
Bloody hell! What? Because we don't see the monster. You know, I love horror where you don't see the monster, and bingo, there it is. You don't see the monster. What is it? Jesus,
scarier.
Yeah,
Jaws was scarier when you didn't see the shark.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And just to be clear, like, I'm not saying movies should be for one or the other, and that they can't be the same.
Oh no,
like,
totally. I'll give you that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just such a weird. Like, I still don't know. I'm trying to analyze it and go, who is this for?
Yeah.
I don't know the answer.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to be. I don't know. Is it general film audience? Is it too wide? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
No.
But then there's the whole direction of the story. Like, you've got people from other planets having superpowers, which is one thing, but then using that to sort of fuel this black magic where you're bringing a digger to life to bring a man to life. It's just a whole other thing. And
it's sort of that whole scene's a genre in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, either be supernatural or be superhero, but don't be both at the same time. It was just a bit odd. I know. That
digger scene, like, Lucy gets inexplicably knocked out driving the cab. I think something pathetic happens to Jimmy, who's taking photos.
Of that, because it's just like, and I'm unconscious. Oh no, I've fallen over. It's just horrific.
Oh no, I've fallen. Jimmy's walking, half running like a Wally,
and then, not taking photographs of anything.
Well, that's it. He doesn't take photographs, and then she's trapped in he's trapped in the thing, and he's taking photos close up of that, and it's like, it's just laughable. And my partner actually was laughing throughout that, as it was so bad. She was like, "What is this?" And what really struck me, and we just did our Patreon live hangout where our Patreons come and we all nominate movies that we recommend or that are underrated or Hall of Fame, and I nominated Superman 1978 in the Hall of Fame largely because of this scene where I thought, in this she's stopping a runaway digger, when actually what she does is she takes the end bit off and lets the digger still crash into things. But Superman saved a huge chemical plant from exploding by freezing a lake and dropping it on the plant.
Yeah, right.
Comparing those two scenes, Jesus.
I know.
Why couldn't she do something cool?
Well, she doesn't really know how to do it yet. He grew up on Earth. She's just arrived.
She's just arrived, but she's got a lot of the powers.
I mean, she does, but she doesn't know what to do with them. In her defence, right? He grew up on Earth.
She's burning the eyes through the thing with the girls in the shower, and
true.
She's doing a lot of the power things.
Yeah.
But anyway, then it almost becomes a horror movie with the invisible monster attacking, which helps save on the budget, I suppose. And poor Hart Bochner can't even get off a Dodgems ride. Mate, stand up and walk off the ride.
I know, right? God, who would have thought?
So he needs Supergirl to save him, and she saved him from the Dodgems. How ridiculous! No one's looking good here. Like, he's not looking good. She's not looking that great. And don't forget, this was Selina's response to Supergirl saying, "I don't scare easily," and Selina says, "Watch this," or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Dodgems.
I know. Like,
it's not enough. It's not enough, Selina.
And then she does that really with the poles, the really sped up footage of her throwing these javelin spikes at her, and
which they did similar.
No, I'm trapped.
Similar time effects in Superman.
I know,
but it just didn't. It
just didn't. Hart
Bochner gets knocked out by flying fucking coconut.
Oh God!
That somehow Supergirl doesn't save him from.
I know. Oh.
Yeah. And then Selina creates some sort of police state from her mountain out of nowhere. What is going on?
What I want to know, like, after they've had the invisible monster bit that happens, and she flies out of the window as Linda Lee and becomes Supergirl as she flies out the window. And I thought, actually, that was quite a cool transition. I like that transition.
No,
ridiculous.
I've got a note of that. It's dreadful because, and I made a note of this, when she does that, Superman has always traditionally changed clothes, but just very fast.
And spun around something, or
he's like ripping his shirt open and going into a telephone box, whatever. This is just like a magical transformation. It sort of breaks canon for me.
Interesting. Oh, so I want to talk about breaking canon because she walks back into school wearing her fucking outfit, and the matron's like, take that off. So they obviously did it just for the laughs, right? That was obviously a gag they wanted there. But like, what logic are you I don't know, it just didn't work. That for me was breaking canon, where she walked back into school dressed up in her Supergirl togs. Like, why would you do that? It just, it just didn't work for me. That was weird.
No. I've got a couple of bits more. The director, just a little word on Jeannot's thoughts. Behind the scenes, he didn't at first seem like a great director to work with. Like, his instructions didn't seem to be very clear. I wasn't sure about his tone, and he was sometimes trying to be amusing, but I wasn't sure how it was coming off. But as it went on, I sort of quite liked him, and he must be okay because he went on to do so much stuff. He directed Superman TV series Smallville, Fringe, Grey's Anatomy, Boston Legal, Ally McBeal, and so many more. There's a huge list of things he's worked on.
Wow.
He worked again with Helen Slater on some of that. And she would go on to play Superman's mother in the TV series Smallville, Supergirl's adoptive mother in the Supergirl TV series.
Right.
And Clark Kent's adoptive mother, Martha Kent, in the DC Superhero Girls Hero of the Year. Yes. And she was also, her likeness was in the Flash movie as Supergirl.
Okay. No way. How about that?
Yeah. She's done a lot.
Right. One thing I want to just mention, which is just ridiculous, she comes down with the street light and it charged up by flying all around the thunderstorm and charging this street lamp pole up. Well, street lamp poles are not supercapacitors. And I know she's flying, so I'll forgive you. And we've got witches who are conjuring spells or whatever. But like, no, you can't.
I always liked that bit. As a kid, I was like, oh, that's quite cool.
That's really cool, isn't it? Charging that up, that rod of metal doesn't work. Doesn't work like that.
You have to come along and spoil it all.
Sorry.
With your facts.
Sorry. And also, like, the two lecherous blokes made me feel really uncomfortable. I really didn't like that. I was just...
Go on then, talk about that, because I was going to mention that in the section called favourite lines, but we'll talk about it now.
Okay, yeah, no.
It's not really a favourite line.
No, it just made me feel uncomfortable, very uncomfortable, all of it. And, she's obviously going to kick ass, so it's fine. She's not going to come to any harm, but it did make me feel like, didn't like that at all. I didn't like that.
Well, what's weird is they know she's related to Superman, and she does some bits where she kicks their ass, and they keep going.
She's just flown this guy across the into the wall or whatever it is, into the garbage heap or whatever, and the other guy's just like, well, I'm gonna no, you wouldn't no. You know who Superman is, you know what he's capable of, and this yeah.
But that doesn't detract from it, because it is a horrible watch and not in any way funny, because it's a reality that too many people face from vile men who think these two creeps think the same way.
Yeah.
And it's not played for laughs, and it's not done in a light way.
No.
And it could be a scene like right out of RoboCop or something equally adult for me.
I wouldn't mind if, like, I don't know, she had a bag and they wanted to steal something, but it's like the connotation of like, yeah, we're gonna basically get our ends away or whatever.
The way they lift up like a cape and stuff.
It's just and suddenly it's like, God, this isn't a kid's film after all, is it?
Yeah. But the way the guy delivers his line is dreadful, and the line is dreadful. She says, "Why are you doing this?" And he says, "It's just the way we are," which is, it's stupid, but it's quite horrifying.
Yeah. It was, for me, it was just, I've just got to note, is like, that was a particularly really uncomfortable scene that just like, God, did
it's it's another example of what is this movie? What are you doing? What are you trying to be? I'm going to do a handbrake turn now and go in a very different direction. Sandra Dickinson is in this movie under the role Pretty Young Lady. She's in Superman 3 as the overspending wife who gets a grapefruit to the face, if you remember that.
I don't.
When
I don't think I've
Gus
seen it.
Gus is
a long time
Richard
ago.
Pryor is reprogramming all the computers.
Oh, Richard Pryor. Yeah, I've definitely seen it. I have, but I can't
the husband
remember.
finds all these checks for things that she's apparently bought. Anyway, she's also in this movie. She's at the party, and Nigel tries to talk to her to make Selena jealous, and Selena embarrasses her with a spell by flipping her upside down and showing off her little panties. She's very unique with her look and her voice, so it's an odd choice in a way, unless they're trying to make that connection.
Yeah.
But that is the connection. Any more for you?
No.
It's the last one from me. This is going to be a very depressing thing to hear, I'm afraid. There are multiple cuts of this movie.
Okay.
Do you know how long yours was?
Yes, it was long. I have
2 hours?
It was. I have. Yes, I think it was. There's 3 cuts. You've got the 2 hour long. Mine was 2 hours long. There is a US, which I think is the US theatrical cut was 105 minutes.
Yeah.
The international cut was 124 minutes, and the director's cut was 138 minutes.
Yeah. So we had to endure an extra 20 minutes compared to the US.
Because I would have much rather seen the 105 minute long one than
Saying that, I had a quick look at what they cut out. And it's not like they necessarily cut out whole scenes or anything. They just seem to trim bits off. And there's apparently less Argo City, less Nigel, and a couple of little bits of this. And I just thought, I don't know if they're the bits that are the problem. They're the bits I quite like, some of that. But I dread to think what the director's choice is. The director's choice? Director's cut is. Yeah, hey ho. Right, let's talk about the end of the movie.
Do we have
2 hours in?
I mean, God, we're talking, that monster, the thing, and it's awful, and then it's over, and then the credits happen.
I mean, we get the fucking monster. There's too much shit CGI. Selena's gone into the mirror.
Yeah.
It all looks horrible.
Yeah.
There's an awful way to end a super movie, and it ends even worse with her going underwater on Earth to get back to Argo City.
Suddenly just randomly appears at Argo City, and then
so is Argo City in Earth under the water?
It's a bit,
so confused.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? The thing is, I feel a bit sad because she said, she had to go away. It's like, I know who you are. I feel sorry for him because,
Oh yeah, the poor fucker's had a rough ride.
I know. Dodge him.
He's just a handyman.
Nearly got run over. Coconut to the face. Oh my God.
Yeah. It's one of the worst endings of a movie I've ever seen.
Yes. It was just a fucking train crash of an end, which is all I've got to say about the end of the movie. It's awful. But
Favourite scenes and lines.
But I do like the credits.
You like the credits?
Because it's not only because it means the film's over, but because they do look kind of cool. They've got that weird reverse upright coming towards you thing. A bit Star Warsy in a weird way.
And they're a bit stacked. Like you can sort of see there are others behind, but you can't read them until they get closer.
I quite liked it. I've never seen
I thought
credits.
it was fancy and well done, but I didn't like it.
I'd never really seen credits like that. I just thought it was kind of cool. And then right at the end, because I did watch it right to the end, there were 3 names mentioned, and it was quite a sad thing. Let me just tell you, there was a Marguerite Green, a Gary Evans, and an Andrew Warren, and it was in memory of these people. And apparently, they were people that were working on it as a production runner or a special effects technician, and they died during the production. So there's a little memorial right at the end for them. So I thought that was kind of nice and touching.
Do you think they knew how it was going to turn out?
Probably not.
Favourite scenes and lines. That is very sad. Favourite scenes and lines. Do you have any?
There's this bit in the Phantom Zone, right, with Peter O'Toole, and he's got this. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but he turns to her and he says, "Squirt."
Squirt.
And then he says, "I forget I mentioned it. Have a squirt instead." I thought that was quite funny.
I'm trying to behave myself.
I thought, yeah. I was like, what are we doing here? Have a squirt instead. Okay, yeah, there you go.
I quite like it was quite fitting for me as a kid. Like it's just this oddness and this odd thing that
was
he's
odd.
clearly got no food and stuff. Is it a drug or whatever?
Yeah.
I always thought it was like mouthwash or something.
I couldn't. It's like, well, squirt. I beg your pardon.
My favourite parts of this movie have always been the stuff after Selena creates her ridiculous mountain out of nowhere fortress. And this is the one scene that I always remember. For like when I think about Supergirl, it's the Phantom Zone. And she's put there in the same flat glass prison that we saw in Superman and Superman 2 with General Zod, although it's not done as well. And she ends up there with mad Peter O'Toole, having lost her powers. But what I find interesting, she loses her powers, but she's much stronger mentally. You know, she's sort of angry. She's almost passionate. And it's a significant in the moment in the movie. And Peter O'Toole is gloriously camp in his defeat and death. But as a kid, the whole scene was powerful and scary, but I liked it as a kid. It's weird. I found it really powerful and otherworldly in a brilliant way. It was almost borderline disturbing that I would think about it quite a lot. I mean, I don't know how she fucking flew out the Phantom Zone and straight to Selena's castle, but there we are.
Supergirl.
Yeah, Supergirl. Do you have any other favourite scenes or lines?
Hold on, where it is. I have got it written down here somewhere. Oh yeah, idle hands of the devil's playground. It just felt weird. Like it just felt like a weird line. It was sort of out of place. It's not
that's
necessarily.
That's based on a real line, though, isn't it? Isn't that like a Bible verse?
I think so. You know, I think so. It just felt. I just felt weird. Again, it was just like, what are we here? What is this film? You know, I don't know. It's just, favorite scenes and lines. It was all just a bit odd. But I think it was some of the stuff that the witches said that was quite funny.
Yeah, that was some of my favourite lines. Yeah, there's a bit where Nigel says to Selena and her friend, "You guys are," I can't do the accent. "You guys are I'm Peter Cook. Come on now, Selena." That's something like that.
That'll do. Yeah.
"You guys are rank amateurs playing with fire." And she says, "Because we own the matches." That's a good line. And then later on, she says, "I can rain coconuts from the sky with pinpoint accuracy, but I can't control men's minds."
That's quite funny, actually. Yes, you're right.
Terrible accent there. I apologise. I just like the Faye Dunaway's characters essentially breaking the fourth wall and saying how ridiculous what just happened is in the movie.
It is funny. There is a scene where she's planning to take over America, and she's got a map and she's got a compass, and she's behind her. He's sitting there with like it looks like a colouring book, and he's got crayons. And then they're sat eating popcorn.
That's right, while they're watching it all unfold.
And I thought that was quite funny. And you know, I've mentioned this before, but he's like, "The Burundi wand. It's a pure, unadulterated evil." And and there's a bit where they're parading around town in I don't know, some sort of Rolls Royce type car, and the bloke driving it has got like a black motorbike helmet on, and
it's her secret police.
You've got these henchmen who are you know, just give them black helmets. That'll do. Just give them black leathers and they'll be fine. It's the costume department's is like fucking whatever at this point. Like,
it's the way that she's almost become like a Nazi, yes. Like in that car. It was the vibe I got. Yes. And these are her like SS, but like it's one thing being a witch and making a mountain. It's another going, "I've created a police state in America," and then they'd like go, "We'll take Mexico and wherever." It's like, fucking hell, what's going on?
And you've got the
here?
Student demonstration. They're like, "Yeah, Selena out." It's like, but there's 5 of you. I mean, like, what? It's just,
There's a line when Ethan wakes up from the spell and he sees Supergirl in front of him and asks what's up with the Halloween costume. And she says, "This is not a costume. These are my clothes." Hang on. They're not your clothes, though, are they? Because you weren't wearing them on Argo City. They were literally just in the spaceship and you seem to have put them on. Yes, there we are. Right, let's rank it. Fucking hell.
I mean, it's not going to be good.
No.
I mean, I'm going to give it a D.
There are some things in this movie that I'd give the D to. Yes, I'm going to give it a D also. I used to love this movie. What's happened?
It's a shame, isn't it? Because I don't think... I don't know. The thing is, the director made some... he went on to do some other things that weren't bad.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was the script writers or just no one could be bothered or what. I don't know. It just falls terribly, terribly flat. You had some really good actors and actresses that could have done a good job but just didn't. And I don't know if that's their fault or the fault of the script or the fault of the directing or the fault of I don't know. It just didn't work.
I've been racking my brains trying to work out what's wrong with this movie. I don't know why it doesn't work. For me,
right.
The cast are good. The look of it is mostly good. The main theme is good. But I think it's the story that's the problem, and the edit, I think, is really problematic. I think the edit is it's difficult to analyse an edit.
The thing is, you've got this weird film because you don't know. I struggle with trying to know who it's pitched at, what the sort of storyline is. You've got witches, but you've also got a superhero. You've got so much going on. It's fucking chaotic. It's just too much going on. If you distilled that down a bit, it would have been much better. Much, much better.
And actually, at times, I think the score's problematic.
Yeah.
Don't think the score helps. I think the root is the script, though.
It's a shame I hate it so much in a way, because, I do, but it's a shame, basically. That's where I'm at.
I'd love to have seen a Richard Donner version of this.
Yeah.
I think see how he would have pulled it together.
Yeah.
I sort of feel sorry for Helen Slater. She doesn't really do anything wrong and is let down by a bad movie on her big break.
I think she really did play a fantastically naive, innocent girl from another planet arriving on Earth being, oh, this is lovely. I think she did play her role as best as she could.
And I think they did the right thing in surrounding her with enough experienced actors that you'd think they'd be able to make any movie decent, but they can't save it. And I personally think that Pete O'Toole, Peter Cook and Faye Dunaway do everything right. I don't think they're the problem.
No, it's just, are we Centrinians, or are we superheroes, or are we Hocus Pocus, or are we comedy, or are we lecturous blokes, or where are we?
Yeah. Right, let's do some Patreon comments if anyone has bothered to comment on this movie, because I know not a lot of people have seen it or want to see it.
Just need to quickly open up the Patreon website.
Right, I'll go Kat. Kat says, I remember being excited to see this and coming away disappointed. Not with Supergirl herself, but with the very silly plot. I can't say I've ever watched it again, and I've really no urge to, not even for the podcast. It's a solid D from me.
Wow. How about that? Not even watched it for the podcast. How about that?
I don't think any of our patrons have ever ranked a movie a D.
Fair play. Martin Queeble, I hope that's how you pronounce your surname. Apologies if it's not. Says, brilliantly, I'm going to do it in the style of the actor who said it originally in Jurassic Park. Just because you could doesn't mean that you should.
Yeah, I mean, at least if you are going to do it, think about it first.
I know, right? Yeah.
Bryn says, why so serious? That's the question Heath Ledger's Joker asked in The Dark Knight, and it's the question I ask of modern comic book movies, which all too often seem to forget that comic implies having some kind of fun. You could never accuse Supergirl of doing that, but the results are sadly more bad than good with this film. The plot's goofy and the special effects are poor. Helen Slater gives a sincere performance and Faye Dunaway and Brenda Vaccaro are clearly having fun, but the talented cast is wasted on the weak characters they're given. One highlight, however, was the music. Jerry Goldsmith couldn't match the lofty heights of John Williams' Superman score, but he still did a great job. Despite its shortcomings, Supergirl does have a certain charm for me.
Right.
If I was ranking purely in terms of quality, Supergirl might have got a D. But thinking about the Adam West Batman and Linda Carter Wonder Woman TV shows, was this bright and breezy movie really that much different from those beloved camp classics?
Oh, I think they were.
I would say it is.
Adam West was, superbly camp. I loved his Batman, there
wasn't that much sexual assault in Batman.
There was
TV
hardly
show,
any. It's just like, it was all very Scooby-Doo in a way, Pow, sock, biff.
Well, yeah.
It's just
But
brilliant.
it says, was it that much different? No. So I think it's going to be a C from me.
Very well.
Fair.
Very well.
I would have given it, if I hadn't have watched it again and I just ranked it from memory, I'd probably go B or C. Probably gone B, I'll be honest with you.
Doc JT says, a deeply strange and bad movie. Like if you filtered Reeves' Superman through about 8 rounds of telephone. Which is a really interesting way of looking at it. I like that.
Yeah, what a great phrase.
He gives it an F. Oof. So we're right off the scale.
I don't even know if we have, for me, it just went down to D, but that says how strong you want to go.
Yeah.
Simon says, I haven't seen this film in decades, so an accurate ranking would be difficult, but I remember it being a big deal at the time, and I remember being a bit meh about it even then. I'd be interested to watch it again, particularly following your discussion, and especially now that we're in the subjective-objective then-now era of rankings. So I will rank it TBC for now.
Fair play.
I wouldn't be surprised if Simon listens to this and doesn't watch it.
It's quite funny because we have been there recently with films that are objectively crap, but we watch them as kids like you have and it's funny because you've seen this as a kid and you liked it and now you watched it as an adult and didn't, and I did it with Wayne's World and actually objectively the film is crap, but I love it so much.
I've given it a D, but if it wasn't Helen Slater, the love of my life, in it, I'd dread to think what I would have given it. Hey ho. There we are. Right, if you want more things about Supergirl, then we'll both be back next week with the Fast Forward episode, which will be looking at the new Supergirl movie starring Millie Alcock.
Do you like Millie Alcock?
Yeah, she seems lovely.
Nice.
She briefly appeared in the Superman movie, the new one. That's now an old one. And she was very good for the very brief amount of time she was on screen.
Ah, right.
So sort of looking forward to seeing that movie, sort of thinking, God, it looks a bit like Guardians of the Galaxy.
It does look very spacey, doesn't it?
Yeah. But what's the next movie we'll be rewinding on the main show? Well, we can tell you hot off the press because it's our Patreon's turn to pick, and we've literally just got off of our monthly live hangout where everyone came along and got to nominate a movie, and one was selected at random, and that movie was... Do you remember?
I do.
It was an hour ago.
Legend with Tim Curry and Tom Cruise. Have you ever seen it? I have, a long time ago. I had started to watch it recently within the last year and couldn't get more than half an hour in. And considering I'm a big fan of Tim Curry anyway, I'm glad we've picked it, or they picked it, because actually it's going to be a good one for me because I now have to sit down and watch it. And I think actually I do remember watching it as a kid and loving it, so I'm glad that I'm going to have to watch it now. Let's put it that way.
I haven't seen it in 30 years.
There you go.
And I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah. Is it my turn to say something?
Yes.
It is. Yes, but is it my turn? I need to find the script now. This is the bit where I always don't have the script in front of me because I'm just waxing fucking lyrical about something. But anyway, please leave us a review on your podcast platform of choice, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever floats your boat. It all really helps. Yeah, you can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at Rewind Classic Movies. And if you want us to drop us an email, it's rewindclassicmovies@gmail.com.
Right, that's the show. Thanks so much for spending time with us. If you want to come hang out, get behind the scenes updates, bonus content, or early access to the episodes, then head over to our Patreon where you can get a backlot pass for just $5 a month. We'll see you next week. Sorry about the mess. Say goodbye, AJ.
Sorry.